adventure, sports, outdoors. With host Harry Canterbury.
There I was, back in the wild again, and I felt right at home where I belong. I had that feeling coming over me again, just like it happened so many times before. Yeah.
Hi, Harry Canterbury with another edition of Adventure Sports Outdoors. Today is a real special show. I took something off my bucket list, and that was to go to Pearl Harbor in the Hawaiian Islands. And I also got to do some fantastic marlin and tuna fishing, which we're going to show you here in a little bit. But it was a great trip, and it's one that I highly recommend that everyone should, if they get the opportunity, should take. And I tell you what, the weather was 80 degrees, no humidity, sun shining, just beautiful. And the people were great. So stay tuned today for a great show. It's one of those bucket list shows, and I got to mark one off the list.
Sports Outdoors, brought to you in part by Corsaw Lumber, manufacturers of quality hardwood products and buyers of standing timber in Smithfield.
Central Pool Supply, everything from pools to pool tables and much more in Peoria on West Pioneer Parkway.
Remax, specializing in commercial and recreational property in Peoria. Michael O'Brien, president. Gaylor's Irish Pub and Eatery, located on Peoria's riverfront, open 11 a.m. daily.
Alwyn & Sons Meat Company since 1957, located in Peoria Heights, Illinois.
Our thanks to these sponsors.
About 3 weeks ago, Kathy and I went to Hawaii, a place I've always wanted to see. It's been on my bucket list for a long time. Hawaii consists of 5 major islands, which are actually the tops of some very large volcanoes resting on the bottom of the Pacific Ocean. In 1959, Hawaii became the 50th state in the United States. Before that, it was a territory, and it has an interesting history. One of the special places we really wanted to see was Pearl Harbor. As most people know, December 7th, 1941, a date that will live in infamy, was the day the Japanese attacked early on a Sunday morning. Many ships were sunk, and many soldiers, sailors, and Marines died on that day. What remains has become a memorial to those who died.
Yeah, here we are at Pearl Harbor, looking at the monument that has 39 stone plaques. Each of these plaques or monuments represent a boat, a submarine lost during World War II. There are 39 of them. For example, here's the USS Argonaut. She was the largest boat ever to go in service in World War II, and she had a crew of 105 that passed away during the war. Here's the USS Bullhead, which was the last submarine that was taken in World War II. She was sunk 2 days before the Japanese surrendered. 84 men lost their lives. A pretty somber remembrance to a great many individuals who are on internal patrol.
What was really neat was to experience both the beginning and the end of World War II in the Pacific. The war started in Pearl Harbor, and the war ended on the USS Missouri battleship in Tokyo Harbor in 1945. And now they sit side by side.
At this time, I'm going to ask everyone to silence or turn off all cell phones. Silence or turn off all cell phones. Welcome to the USS Arizona.
The ships that were sunk and destroyed still lie where they sank, and diesel oil seeps out of the Arizona. There's 350,000 to 400,000 gallons of diesel fuel still left in the bowels of the ship. And I asked the park ranger, how long will it keep coming up? And he said for the next 85 to 125 years. Those who died and those who survived, and what happens to the survivors when they die. There's 1,175 sailors and Marines entombed in the bowels of the Arizona battleship. Today, when the survivors pass away that are in their 80s and 90s, they're cremated, and many are taken down and placed in the ship with their shipmates. One thing that was really neat while I was going through the Missouri battleship, I saw a photograph of Mr. and Mrs. Truman. Of course, Truman is from Independence, Missouri, and it really struck me funny. Why would the Missouri be used for the signing of the Declaration of the End of the War? I know now. It's because Truman was from Missouri. A fantastic tour and a real surprise was a submarine tour of the USS Bowfin. It was called the Pearl Harbor Avenger. It sank 44 Japanese ships, and it was real neat and a very good decision for the United States Navy to keep this great Bowfin submarine. The smell of diesel fuel and sweat was inside these subs. These men were true heroes. They were dedicated to the service of submarine service. It was a hard job. You couldn't be claustrophobic, and everything had to be very orderly. There was very little room in the sub. They have what they call hotbeds. 6 lockers, 3 beds. One guy sleeps, one guy works. And then when it's his time for duty, he switches out and the bed is still hot. I is certainly not a somber place. It's a place to go and unwind, and that's exactly what we did. With its beautiful beaches, volcanoes, and mountains in its waves, we enjoyed the entertainers at the Big Luau. Dancers and drums and fire batons, very impressive. Mostly beautiful wahinis in their sarongs and hula skirts, but also their very animated male dancer. Much of our time was spent walking around and viewing all the beauty that surrounded us on this gorgeous island. On our tour of the islands, we went to many shops and did a lot of things. We ran into a guy who makes his living selling ukuleles. Bob Yates is a native of Oahu, but lives on Kona, the Big Island. And this guy can play the ukulele, as you can see.
We're going to a hooky low, to a hooky, 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 hooky C7 low. Everybody loves a hooky low, where the low is the cow-cow and the luau. We'll throw on D7 out into the sea, and all the ama come swimming to me. Oh, we're going, there you go, to a hooky low, to a hooky, 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 hooky low. What a wonderful day to go fishing in the old Hawaiian way. The hooky low nets will be swishing down in old Lahaina Bay, where we're going to a hooky low, to a hooky, 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 hooky low. Everybody loves a hooky low, where the low is the cow-cow and the luau. Well, we'll throw our nets out into the sea, all the ama come swimming to me. Well, we're going to a hooky low, you got it, to a hooky, 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 hooky low.
Wasn't that bad, was it?
It was great. Tell us about the bait you got there.
This is a lure. This particular one was made and was a gift from a guy in Papua New Guinea. Comes and fishes a tournament here, the International Billfish Tournament. This one is a pretty big one. This will catch a nice marlin. Got some 12-0 hooks on there, double hook rig, as you can see. We run them 180 degrees out. This little rubber band kind of keeps them from tangling. We always, when we put a lure out, we always distribute our skirt so it's nice and balanced, and try to maintain that while the lure's running. So here we go. I'm going to lay that lure flat on the water so it doesn't mess up what we just tried to accomplish there. We're going to run 5 lines today. Everyone's going to be a little bit different length behind the boat. I'm going to go this way now.
Dave went first, and what a battle it was. Dave's a big guy, but this was challenging.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
At the Big Luau, we met Steve, And Steve was a first mate on the ship called the Long Ranger. It wasn't a cheap experience, but it was definitely worth it. We started fishing for sailfish, that's marlin and sailfish, but ended up fishing for yellowfin tuna.
We just wanted to splash in the water and they come back out. See that big motion at the back is a big sled that's keeping the line tight. First thing, that's not a seatbelt. Don't do that. I'll tell you the whole thing. When we get a bite, it's your turn. Make your way to the chair. Don't kill yourself on the way. You can be anywhere on the boat. It's fine. You want to get in the chair, find those clips. And I'll bring the rod to you this time. I'm going to put the rod butt right in the gimbal, and I'll hold it right up there for you to clip here and here.
Oh, sir.
So you need to lean forward, and then you can reach it. So keep one hand here and one hand there till we're done. I'll let you know when we're done, all right? So the way this bucket harness works is you're going to slide back and forth on the chair. I'm going to pull you forward, so bend your knees, let them bend. Now push with your legs and straighten them out. See how the rod goes up, and it comes down when you bend your legs. Okay. Okay. What you got to do though is turn that handle on the way down. Hang on, slow down a little bit. You want to get a good rhythm. You're going to come down and crank until the line gets tight.
When you're going down, you're cranking.
Be careful, always keep your fingers from the metal and above. Never get them down in where the line is. So this is a teaser we're going to put out. What it's going to do is just going to be something to attract, hopefully, a marlin. That was just a release. Okay, I'm going to go to the chair. You ready? Up here, up here. You gotta start turning the handle, brother. Start turning the handle. Turn. You gotta guide that. Keep reeling until you can. There you go. Okay, now.
Kind of hard.
Well, lift if you need to. And then crank it down. Remember what I said about
Jesus.
You doing okay, Dave?
The wrong freaking angle.
What's it feel like, Dave?
Extremely tough.
The yellowfin tuna, huh?
Yellowfin tuna, what a fish.
Oh my God. That's bigger than the carp I shot. Oh my.
Look at that, look at that. Oh my God. Look at that, Davey.
100-pounder.
Don't rest it up.
Shoot the same arrow till you can't anymore. But the woods has lots of lucky arrows I can't find anymore.
Yeah.
But you like to think that way.
Hey man, way to go. Congratulations.
First leader, still second one, yeah. Could have been
more line. How far out was he?
I don't know, how far is that line out there? You know, I could tell by the reel that it was way out there because there was a lot of spool left. Look at that.
Now the tradition is once you catch your first tuna, you're going to love this. You're going to need to take a bite into that hard while it's still pumping.
What's it taste like?
You don't have to eat it, you just have to take a bite. You can spit it right out.
Dave, let's get it on video here now.
Still pumping.
Let's see it. Let me see it pumping. I'll get over here in the light. Okay.
Boy.
Stay off with the fish and get on me.
I got you.
Pay attention. Get this thing settled down, then you screw around. Put the legs, slide up. And wind it down on the way down. Attaboy. Down and crank. That's it. When it gets tight, lift it again. And crank them down fast. Now if you put your hand here and let your legs do the work,
Oh man, is he fighting?
Nice, nice.
Golly.
Big one.
That's a big one.
Big walleye. Big walleye. I knew right there, man.
You said. Feel him?
Yeah, I can feel it. Wow.
Awesome. That's your wine when it's easy. You winding it up.
Tightens up, push with the legs, and then let, that's it, push up. Then when you go down, crank. That's it, see? Same difference, keep the tension, just work with the leg, that's it. And when it tightens,
Come back.
and then when you go down, crank like hell. That's it.
Just try to do it right.
Okay. Where's Kathy at?
Not on this one, is he? No. Oh no, it's just tangled up.
That little bitty battery pack works.
It's not? Bitty.
Oh my God.
God, he's about what, 20 pounds more?
A little bigger, yep. You got a good eye, brother. Lightly in the corner, man. Yeah. We'll get out of here. Take your time. I'm going to run a little bit.
Hey,
good job, dude.
You good guys here on the long range.
On the purple.
Good job, good job. Wow. Just tell you what, it's working.
It is working. Hammer in the head a few more times. It's all right.
I want to tell you what, I've caught a lot of salmon. I've caught salmon, a lot of salmon. I've never caught anything like that before in my life. That is a big fish. If you're going to have a good time, you got to come down here to Hawaii and fish at Kona. Kona is one of the greatest places to catch the blue marlin, the yellowfin tuna, and many other fish. But this is a great time. And I'll tell you what, you better be in shape. Better do some push-ups before you come, because man, it is.
Go forward on this one.
It's fine.
A couple more women to yell at.
See, you don't have one. I want to take a bite out of it, but I don't want to. I have to. Yeah! Come on. Hey, I got to thank these guys for a fantastic fishing trip. I mean, this was unbelievable. And right out of Kona Harbor on the Lone Ranger.
Long Ranger.
Yeah, Long Ranger.
Not Lone Long.
I'm going to tell you what, guys.
Tonto
it
wasn't here.
Oh, yeah, he's right here. You didn't recognize him?
Wait a minute.
Yeah, he's right here. We had a great time with great people. And I tell you what, catching a 125-pound tuna is unbelievable. And it was Dave Hirschland's first big fish. And the biggest fish I've ever caught. I've caught a lot of salmon, but never a yellowfin tuna. It was really great. We had a great captain, a great first mate, and we had a great time. So guys, I want to thank you for having us and hosting us. We really appreciate it. Next time we come back to Hawaii, we're going to look at it.
Yeah.
This little musical montage probably says it best.
From Kalala to Na'alehu, there's a certain way we do what we do, day by day, at work or play in these islands. Grandma's dancing her favorite hula, brother strumming tunes on his old guitar, Papa with a keiki, laughing the night away. Life in these islands. Life Rolling in the sand, walking ancient trails in misty uplands, riding the surf on a rolling swell in these islands, gathering flowers to string a lei, being with Ohana on a special day, sharing our aloha with everyone in these islands. Life in these islands. Life in these islands. If you follow your heart, you will understand that there's no place on earth like these islands. Strolling along on a moonlit night, telling stories by the firelight, breathing the ocean breeze of these islands, where rivers flow out to the sea and returns to the land as it rains on me. There's no other feeling like life in these islands. Life in these islands. Life in these islands. Life in these islands.
Sports Outdoors, brought to you in part by Corsaw Lumber, manufacturers of quality hardwood products and buyers of standing timber in Smithfield.
Central Pool Supply, everything from pools to pool tables and much more in Peoria on West Pioneer Parkway.
Remax, specializing in commercial and recreational property in Peoria. Michael O'Brien, President. Kaler's Irish Pub and Eatery, located on Peoria's riverfront, open 11 a.m. daily.
Alwyn & Sons Meat Company since 1957, located in Peoria Heights, Illinois.
Our thanks to these sponsors.